Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome to another Legends video. This iteration of the Doom Tower has everybody going crazy, I know, and I've been making my last few videos being on BOMMAL, and well, this one is not an exception because in one of my last videos I had a commenter say, okay, you should definitely check out this rare champion, and the rare champion in question is, let's go down to the dwarves. I did mention the dwarves in my last video, but I did not know this champion could work for Dreadhorn and be so good for it. So the champion, guys, is Master Butcher. There he is, Master Butcher. And why is he so good? I mean, he doesn't have anything crazy. Provoke, another provoke on his A2. He has a revive random ally when this champion is killed, which is, I guess, is cool. Okay, I guess it's a cool thing to have. But look at this passive, guys. When attacked, heals all allies equal to the amount of damage taken. Does not work against bosses. What does that mean, guys? Well, you're gonna say, oh, coldbrew, it's a boss. You cannot beat the boss with this. Yeah, the boss, we don't care. We care about the ads, though. The dread bombs. The dread bombs do 40% of your health as damage. And guess what Master Butcher does after so much testing that I've done? He heals for 40% of that damage. Okay, he heals all of your team with a 1-turn cooldown. A 1-turn cooldown, which means he can basically have it always up when the bombs are just exploding. And because you have other champions in the team that heal your other allies depending on the damage they receive. So let's go and see the team, guys. Let me go and show you the team that I've been testing around. So I've been doing hard 50, but I've been trying to do hard 90. Hard 90 is still very, very tough to beat because the boss has very, very high stats. Let's go over here and have a look at my team. This is my team with all epics and 1 rare, guys. And what this team does is there's a synergy between everyone, okay? First things first, Master Butcher. I just kept on summoning ancient shards until I got this guy. He doesn't need to be 60 for this to work. If you're in the normal version of the Doom, he can work at 50. The thing is, the higher health he has is the better, because let's say he has 50,000 health, then 40% of that will be healed to all of your team. If he is the highest health from everybody else, it means he'll be healing for 40% of that damage of his health to everybody. If he has lower base health, he'll still be receiving 40%, but if he, let's say, has a very simple example, 10,000 health, only 4,000 will be healed. And let's say your Vogoth has 100,000 health, he'll receive a 4,000 heal, which is useless. Good amount of health on this guy, and it's the way to go. And I'll explain the builds in just a minute. Then we've got Vogoth. Vogoth's an amazing champion for this thing because well, for all the healing that he provides. Whenever the champions attack, heals all allies by 50% of the damage received. This works on the bombs, and then the 25% works on the boss's attacks. I've been trying to summon a second Vogoth. I'm pretty sure that if I have a second Vogoth, I can not use Sylar in here and use 2 Vogoths instead. I think that's the way to go for hard 90 for a non-legendary team. Then we have Rask. You know Rask, he heals with his A1 or A2. Basically, any damage that he does heals all allies by 10% of his max HP when he inflicts a critical hit. So he needs to crit for us to get the heal. He is on a... Well, we'll go over the sets in a bit. Then we go Padma. Padma is a great champion because 100% chance to apply a decreased attack. The problem is, I mean, the decreased accuracy, we can use this. I can use this. It's a 3-turn cooldown for a 2-turn duration buff on a 50% chance to apply the debuff. That sucks already. Even if you apply a decreased accuracy debuff on floor 90, it means you'll need about 550 resistance to be comfortably resisting almost everything from the boss. And look, I'm not comfortable with having 550 resist to have a 3% chance to resist. I mean, if you have, let's say 450, that's a 20% chance to resist. But 450 plus trying to get some health going on all of your champions is pretty hard. So I'm still working on the team for floor 90. I still have some champions in mind. But the showcase today will be all about Master Butcher. And then, well, finally, Doom Priest. Doom Priest is here because the team right now at the moment is not running. The team is not running any resist. So we're getting the bombs. We're getting those stuns from the bombs because if a bomb explodes, everybody gets stunned. Everybody else gets stunned. So she's there to basically heal everybody a little bit whenever she gets a turn, and also cleanse the stun or the HP burn, whichever comes, I don't know, randomly. So let's go over the gear of everybody. Doom Priest, the Frenzy set works wonders because of your health going solo, because of the Dread Bombs. She heals back to full. Her turn meter goes back to full, and she gets a turn, heals and cleanses pretty often. And then we go to champions such as Padma. I've tried different sets. I'm using regeneration on her and some accuracy because she needs to land those decreased attacks to help us a little bit. Padma is still the fifth wheel, if I want to say, in this team. I still haven't figured the best fifth would be in this situation. I still have a champion in mind for a non-legendary team, guys. I'm not even considering legendaries at the moment because legendaries are something that not everybody can have. I tried using Sal of the Drakes, but Sal of the Drakes has some issues in terms of her decreasing the turn meter, applying a decreased speed. That's good, but she also gives buffs to the team, which means more bombs, and it's a bit tricky. That's an all accessible champion. Another champion that's great is, I guess, Visix. It's available to everyone, but at day 270, which is quite far away. And then there's Vogoth here, Regeneration and Immortal set. I love this set on him. Basically helps him heal back up by a ton of health every single time he gets a turn. He's relatively fast with a 221 speed, 82,000 health, and no resistance, no accuracy needed. I went War Master on him. I could have gone Giant Slayer. I was just running random builds on him just to try things out. Giant Slayer is obviously better. I just didn't bother it because the difference would be, I mean, negligible there. Doom Priest, yeah, running War Master again, defensive tree, and then Padma, the same thing. Pretty much everyone has the same build. And then finally we have Master Butcher. I actually have two of them. Maxed out. I tried a team with two Master Butchers together. It doesn't really work that well. But let's look at his build. It's a Frenzy set and an Immortal set. The Frenzy is because he'll go down in health so often that he'll gain an extra turn, okay? And usually what happens is the bombs will take him down by a lot of health. He'll gain a lot of turn meter, and before the next bomb goes off, he'll manage to get a turn, and this will help his cooldown, his 1 turn cooldown, to be finished and have this available. Because if this says 1 turn cooldown, it means that if both bombs go before he gets a turn, it means that he will heal only once. So he needs to get a turn in between the bombs for him to heal twice and be relatively healthy. And this works quite well. So let's go and have a test run. Enough with the talk. It's a great champion, honestly, for this boss. For other situations, he's very situational, but it's a fun combo that I've been testing out today. Yeah, let's go over and have a look at the runs. So guys, before we get started, a quick shout out to soundstripe.com because they are an affiliate of mine. They cooperate with me. If you do enjoy the music played throughout this video, then definitely check them out. I've got my own leg, coldbrew, one word. Go over to their website, check out their music, what they're offering and their plans, and definitely use my code for a 15% discount. So this team definitely takes so long in taking down the waves. I'm not going to give you the full video of beating the waves. It usually took me about 5 or 6 minutes to go through wave 1 and 2 just to reach the boss, test out what I was gonna test, and then fail. That's why it took me the whole day to do this. So definitely a long process because these waves are not easy. These waves are definitely not easy, and we're currently running floor 50 of the hard version of the Doom Tower, which is doable with this kind of setup. Right, so wave 2 is almost down, and let's go to the boss. And you guys know the drill with this boss. He summons those dread bombs, he removes any buffs, so you have to go in there without any buffers, applying as little debuffs as possible. So only decrease attack here. We're trying to apply that debuff because, I mean, it's strong against this boss. It works and it helps us reduce some of his damage. We cannot remove the attack up, which sucks. Here I'm even applying leech with very little accuracy on that Vogoth. Yeah, I wasn't trying to reduce his accuracy in any way. So look at what's happening within the team, and when the dread bombs go off, just notice on what Master Butcher does. It's just amazing, and it's a great way to heal the whole team. So everybody's working together. The retaliation gear on Rask is just amazing. He counterattacks and heals for about 10,000 whenever he gets an attack in with a crit. And then we get the dread bombs going. in a second now. You'll see those big explosions. And right here you see 28,000 healed by Master Butcher. That's insane to consider that now the next bomb is going to go off. Not sure if he took a turn. I think he took a turn. There it is. Heat Exchange is his passive. It healed everybody back to full. So this is the way that your team can actually survive. So the other big issue with this boss is just him doing crazy amounts of damage, getting those double turns in. So you can't really have a consistent decreased accuracy on the boss, so you can not get any of the bombs, resist the stuns and everything. So that's why I've synergized. I've made a synergy between this team and Doom Priest, having her cleanse those stuns, help with the HP burns as well. Pretty insane amount in terms of survivability, but this works great for 50. So level 50. Right after this, I'll show you some clips of this team going, or a variation of this team going at floor 90, just to see the difference in the sheer power that the boss has compared to 50, and just to understand how much more difficult it can become with just an epics and a rare team. Alright, so now we're in floor 90 of the hard Doom Tower. I'm going to show you a sample of my runs that I was recording throughout the day. The same exact team as I used before. The gear, if I remember correctly, is exactly the same. Again, Frenzy on both Padma and Master Butcher, Retaliation on Rask, and then Regen on both Padma and Vogoth. So yeah, Doom Priest definitely works so good with Frenzy. Master Butcher, the same thing I explained before on why those work. So let's just skip these stupid waves because they take too long, and go straight to the boss. Wave 2 is down. 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Yeah, insane waves with this slow team with just War Master there to do any damage really. So look at the difference in terms of pure damage that this boss does. Even with the decreased attack that Padma provides, which I was trying to implement into this team so that she helps us survive a little longer. But the way that his A1 works, his A2 works, the bombs are insane, and the damage is a little bit too much. Even with all this sustained coming out of Vogoth, Rask, Doom Priest, even Master Butcher, even Padma has regeneration set. herself in order to survive. Yeah, the sets are very defensive. There's no real offensive set in there in any way because of how hard this boss hits. And you'll see the team soon get taken out. I mean, if Padma was a little bit healthier here, once the bombs exploded, she would have survived. And yeah, the bombs, no, actually here she got healed. And then I think it's just the boss taking her out next, which was big. The bad thing also comes with just the boss applying bombs on champions that apply debuffs, which is insane. Insanely difficult to consider all of these together in building a team. So I think this team fails in a bit. All the stuns also make this hard because I need Doom Priest here for her to cleanse the stuns. And Master Butcher is doing what he's supposed to, heal everything that the bombs are doing. You see that if he manages to get a turn in between, and boom, that's it. And that's when Padma died. I think I will be able to survive a little bit longer here, but a 4-person team, yeah, it's way more difficult. So let's see if the bomb goes off here. Boom, there it is. Everybody's almost healed to full there. He gets a turn, Master Butcher gets a turn, so when the next bomb goes off, we should be still okay. Look at that, we're still okay. But it's the boss now that does the most amount of damage, and we'll need to get protected with that. So I think maybe even a second Rask or a second Vogoth could make this team work. I'll still be working on it, guys. If you're still interested, I want to hear all about that in the comments. I want to thank you if you watched this far and are a subscriber of the channel. If you leave a like whenever you see the videos, it helps out with the engagement of the videos, just to show these videos to YouTube throughout, and maybe reach out to new viewers out there and just help this channel grow. So definitely thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a fun thing to test out today. Definitely took a lot of my time. So yeah, I don't know how much more effort I'll put into this boss. It's just stupid. This boss is just stupid hard at the moment.